Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick video. Just received this beautiful rose hair tarantula from a friend's coworker who needed to rehome it. Beautiful specimen, really healthy, nice thick booty. This prompted me to, because I need this enclosure. I rehoused the T Sturmy a couple videos back into that enclosure. I actually since then have rehoused this T Sturmy to a more appropriate sized enclosure, as we can see here. My buddy Jeff, thank you Jeff, he provided this enclosure. Much needed upgrade for this beautiful tarantula. The other enclosure was just a bit too small for it. So thank you, man, I really appreciate it. So we're gonna go ahead and put her name's Lola. We're gonna go ahead and put Lola into the 12 by 12 enclosure that you see here. This is a terrestrial species. It's an opportunistic burrower, so we're gonna go ahead and set up the enclosure that way. I've got some live plants that we're gonna go ahead and add. So let me get her off to a safe area over here. Come on, girl. And she'll just hang out over there while we do this. Okay, so we're gonna start by filling this up most of the way with substrate. This species tends to need less humidity than others. But we're just gonna use the same substrate and let it dry out. So I'm gonna add it up for more floor space. So I'm gonna build kind of like a little hill in the background with the substrate. Same as before, we don't want to block the vents in the front for that cross ventilation that is much needed for just about any tarantula species. So I'm gonna fill this up, and then I'm actually gonna put a hide in here and a water dish. We're gonna start with the hide just to see what this is gonna look like here. More substrate first, always more substrate. Let's go ahead and use, this is gonna be a little bit too large. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit too large. So we're gonna use this as the hide. We're gonna bury it and angle it just to provide a nice little burrow for her. And I'm gonna try to get it as far into that corner as I possibly can to kind of keep some of that ground space open for her so she can climb around and wander and stuff like that. So try to bury it pretty good in here. Kind of pack it down. Like I said, I kind of fill it up to just below the vents, and then I like to just do like a little bit of like a hill. And I'm probably gonna add a plant to this enclosure, just to plants help clean the air in the enclosure, and they just add nice aesthetics to the enclosure. This species does like it a little bit drier, but the plant that I'm going to use, pothos, can handle a wide variety of different care. They're pretty hardy, so we're going to try it out in here and see how that works out. Just kind of get some more in here and see how I like it. Nice big opening to the den so she can have somewhere to retreat and hide. I did fill it up a little bit so she can kind of adjust it to how she likes it. Let's go ahead and get that plant in here. So I've got a couple different options. So I'm going to pick through this and try to find one. Probably this guy here for a nice terrestrial enclosure in one corner, and then maybe another one that's more of an upright for the other corner. Alright, so I found a nice specimen that we're going to put in here. Like I said, these pothos plants are pretty hardy. They're really easy to take care of, and they adapt to a wide variety of different enclosures. So we're probably going to put this one, I kind of want to put it like right here and just let it kind of grow to the back. And then maybe I've got a couple little starters here, and maybe put those in the other corner and let them get going. So let's go ahead and do that here. So I'm just going to bury the root. So just dig this up here. And that looks pretty. Oh, you can't even see. I'm gonna bury the root here, and that looks pretty nice. And then go ahead and put these other ones back in here. And I think that looks pretty good overall. So nice. Add some colors, add some green, live plants. It always makes it look nice and helps the enclosure to filter the air and stuff. So now I got the plants watered. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a water dish, and we're gonna add the water dish. And then, like I said, they like a little bit drier. So we're not gonna add any springtails or anything like that to this enclosure, just because they won't be able to survive that drier humidity, that drier enclosure. Gonna grab the water dish. So here's the water dish that I use, just a little Exoterra water dish. Let's just kind of place it in here and see where we like it. I don't necessarily want to take up the space right here for the tarantula to roam around, but it's looking like we might have to, unless we can get it somewhere like that. And this is a pretty big girl, so I think right here is gonna work okay. If she does decide to climb right here, she'll be able to catch herself, because she is fairly large. I'd say she's probably a good 4 to 5 inches leg span, maybe even a little bit more. So I'm really liking the way that's looking. I think that turned out really well. And I'll just let this substrate's a little bit damp. I'll let it dry out even further and just fill the water dish and then water the plants once a week, give or take. So let's go ahead and get her in here and see what she thinks. Just set her in there and see if we can. Oops. Come on. You're all right. Come on. Ooh. Getting a little feisty. Come on, girl. I know. I'm sorry. I don't normally see a threat posture from a rose hair, so this is a good learning experience. But I also just did disrupt her whole home, and forcing her into a new home. So that's understandable. Come on. I'm just surprised we're getting threat posture before we're getting haired from a Rosie. Oh, you must You just want to get this, don't you? I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this from her. Can I have this? Thank you. Nope, go that way. Go, 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 go. Look at that. Not your typical rose hair. Look at this. Is this a little threat posture from a Rosie? Oh my gosh. Look at that beautiful coloring though. Gorgeous species. Come on. Back, beast. Go in there. Ooh, we're gonna get some fang action here. I don't think I've ever had a rose hair give me a threat posture, so this is pretty interesting to me. A lot of people start with a rose hair. My first tarantula was a rose hair, um, and she was a sweetheart. So this is actually pretty cool to see. I just want to shut the door. If you could just watch your little toes. Thank you. Can I shut this one too? Thank you. So that's an awesome rehouse. It's a beautiful species, very healthy tarantula. Suspect female. We'll know more when we get a molt and confirm that. I'd say successful rehouse. If you like this video, please thumbs it up and subscribe if you would like more content. Thanks for watching.